Hello. Happy frigging Friday. TGIF. As you can see, my eye, today's appointment didn't go as good. So before I talk about surgery and all that stuff, I just want to say thank you guys. I have gotten nothing but support and I am just so happy. And I was really scared that people weren't going to support me and they weren't going to follow me anymore. Like, not like I care about followers, but I mean like your friendships. I like have so many friendships on here and like just people that I just absolutely love. And I would really be upset if they left because of that. So I was just kind of worried because I know my page is going to take a little bit of a different turn for the 3 weeks of shakes. I know I'm not going to be posting really recipes and things like that. Alicia's kitchen will be a little closed down. So anyways, I just want to thank you. So let's start. So I'll just talk about this morning because everyone's probably like, what is wrong with your eye? So I went in and I was not nervous. Like I was nervous, but I was not like before. Like my first one, I cried the night before, or I cried during and everything. I didn't get any sleep. I was up the whole night tossing and turning. I was so worried about it. But now today I was like, I know what's going to happen. I know what to expect. I'm sorry. I hate even looking at it. It grosses me out just looking at my eye right now. But get used to it because it lasts like a week to 2 weeks. So great. Anyway, so I went in today and I was feeling good. We did all the tests and stuff like that. And then she takes me into the room and she froze my eyelid. So she didn't freeze it as much this time, I don't think, because I felt more pain. And then, so what happened is, this is going to run out. 1 second. So they took me into the room. She froze it a bunch of times, but it wasn't as much as last time. And he came in and we talked for a minute. I had to tell him about my surgery to make sure that these were okay to get, because I'll be getting one right before surgery. So I just wanted to make sure the injections were okay. So he told me it was fine. And then what happened is, so he puts the plastic thing over my eye, like under my eyelid and that. And so he can do the, incision, like not the incision, the injection. And there's a little spot to the side that the needle goes in and you don't usually see the needle. Like I don't see anything but a shadow. But today, he was doing something and he showed me I saw the needle and I kind of started to panic. It makes me want to cry right now. I kind of started to panic. And, anyway, so it came in, and it came down and I could see and I moved my eye, I think. And he was like, no, because there's also a spot up here. So he's like, no, he's like, look at me. So I'm looking at him and then he did it and it really kind of hurt. And there was I actually keep getting kind of sharp pains in that area. And then there was the oil slick looking thing that you is normal. Anyways, it happened. And this is actually anyway, so this is all really very normal. It does happen with injections. It doesn't happen every time. Obviously, last time was fine. But now I've had a lot of pain in my eye. It's not pain it's normal pain. So don't worry. It's normal pain. This is normal, but it's quite a bit. There's some up here too. So it's just gross to look at. It freaks me out. But it's normal. It's okay. It can last 1 to 2 weeks and it can spread more too in the eye. So I'm not loving that. So it just wasn't fun. So that's that. So we'll move on to bigger and better things. So the lady called today. So yesterday I was talking to Mary and I was like, oh my gosh, I hope we get a call soon. And she's like, me too. Anyways, I was talking to her. All of a sudden it comes up on the phone, no caller ID. So I was like, oh my gosh, that could be them. So I'm like, bye. So I hang up with her and I answer the phone. So it's the girl from the clinic over in the hospital. And she's like, hi, this is Alicia, blah, blah, blah. And so she gave me my surgery date. So anyways, I was like, oh my gosh, this is really happening. And then Mary got the call right after. So we were shocked that they actually could get us in for the same day. So we're both on March 10th. So I explained kind of everything yesterday about how the drinks work and all that stuff. So I start February 16th. So 1 second. And so she called today. So that was fine. So she called today because so we're like, oh my gosh, like we have to be over there on Monday to go and have our appointment. So like it's like a pre-op. So we have to go over Monday. So we're leaving Sunday to go over for Monday morning because we have an appointment Monday morning at 8:30. So it goes really fast. And that's the thing she said, like you find out and 4 weeks later you're having surgery. So we're going over Monday for Monday. We leave Sunday. We're going over till Tuesday. We come back Tuesday morning. So this is what's going on. So she called today. Monday, I will spend an hour with my dietitian. She'll go over everything with me, like anything that I have to do before, anything I have to do after. And she'll discuss like the pureed stage, the soft food stage, what I can eat, what I can't eat, all of that stuff, and what I need to focus on. So then she says, so you'll spend an hour with the dietitian and then I'll spend an hour with the nurse. So I don't really know what everything we go over, but I'll spend an hour with the nurse. Then I go down and I get blood work done and an ECG on my heart. So those are the two things that we have to do. So the blood work will be a lot to like find out like any vitamin deficiencies, anything I need to take after surgery, all that stuff. So they're doing all that. So it is good. It's so funny because I was like, do you know what? Friday I have this eye appointment, then I'm going to rest for the day. And then Saturday I have my nephew's birthday party and then games night. And then Sunday I was like, I'm just going to relax all day and maybe do some organizing, things like that. And then I'm like, no, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I'm going to be in another province. Anyways, it goes fast. It's crazy, but I'm so excited, you guys. I'm so ready. So ready. Like I'm not even worried about the food. So yeah, so this is the plan, game plan. So I have, Sunday I leave and go over to, another province and then I'm there. Monday I have my appointment with them and I do like all of that stuff. Then I have, an appointment. I have to do blood work for the diabetic clinic on Thursday, the 12th. So I do that. So I have those two appointments. So next week's pretty busy. I'll be over there until Tuesday and then Wednesday, nothing. Thursday, I have my blood work. Then I have nothing as of right now until March 3rd. I have the meeting with my diabetic dietitian so we can go over stuff before and after for surgery. Then, so the 3rd I am here. The 4th of March, I have to go back over to New Brunswick, like in the other province. I have to go back over there and have my pre-op. So I don't know really what that one entails, but so March 4th, I'm with her. And we're just going over for the day. Like me and Mary will just leave in the morning. We both have our appointment the same day. We'll just go over that morning and then we'll come home that night or whenever our appointment's done. We may stop at Costco or something, but we're going to be drinking shakes all day. So it's not like we want to stay and hang out there. There's not like good food, but I'll tell you this about good foods. So that's that. And then, so that's March 4th. Then I come home. March 6th, the Friday, I go get another eye injection. And I did speak with them today. I spoke to the doctor. He said the eye injections are fine to get before surgery and after surgery. It's just a medication. He's like, it's just a medication we give you only we put it in your eye. So it's totally fine that way. So I can get that done. So March 6th, I do that. And then March 9th, I leave to go over to the other province to have surgery on the 10th. And I'm over there for 3 nights. So we've got some busy stuff. And then after surgery, now, so I'll have surgery. So we go over the 9th. I go for surgery on the 10th. And I'm staying in the hospital that night. And then we're going to stay over the 11th. Just to be in the same province, just in case, because, the first 24 hours kind of thing, we want to just kind of stay in the province for that. And then I'll be home. And then 3 weeks after surgery, I have to go over. Me and Mary have the same appointment to get our staples removed, not the same time, but the same day. So 3 weeks after that, we go over for staple removement. And then 3 weeks after that, we go up for a follow-up. So there's 2 follow-ups afterwards, and then there'll be more, but that's what's scheduled now. So it's a lot. It's exciting. Like I was saying, you guys, I'm so ready. Like I'm not even worried about the food. I just want to start the shakes to get this process going because I can't wait. I just feel it's so weird. Like I didn't know how I would feel afterwards, but I feel so ready. I'm going to answer your questions. So I got this question. And like I said, so yesterday when I got the call, I was really like shaky inside, like just like nervous and like, oh my God. And then when I knew Mary was having the surgery the same day, it made it a little bit better too, because I was like, oh my gosh. Okay. So at least because we were nervous, we were like, if one person goes first and then something bad happens, we're going to be like, no, I'm not doing it. But anyways, I was so excited with that. And then I spoke to my husband about it, like when he was at work. So I called him right away to tell him. He was the first person I told, obviously. And then I called him and I was like, when you come home for lunch, like, let's just, like, I want to talk to you about it. And he's really excited for me. Like I said, he's such a support. Like, it's insane. And I feel so ready. I'm scared, but I'm scared of surgery. I'm not scared of like, I can't eat or big portions again, like whatever, right? It's food, like whatever. Oh, so yeah, so I'm just really ready. Like I was saying, it's just food, and my relationship with food is going to change so much. It's going to be crazy. And I'm just like, so looking forward to it. I'm like, where am I going to be next year at this time? Like it's insane. Like I just get so happy. I'm just so blessed, so excited. And, I'm putting my faith in God and my parents, and everyone's going to watch over me, and that I'm going to be okay, and that Mary's going to be okay too. But she's good too. She will be praying and all her stuff too. So we will be great, and we will get this done. So, but I'm going to keep answering questions. We're not doing a filter right now. Sorry. You're getting the full face, with no makeup. So how much weight do people normally drop in that 9 weeks? Super curious. So, I've heard of people losing like 20 to 30 pounds in those or 20 pounds in those 3 weeks of shakes. So you could lose like 20 pounds or more in those 3 weeks of shakes, because I think we figured it out. I'll be using like maybe 18 points a day and like less than 1,000 calories, I think. I'm not really sure. I'll have to show you guys. I'll look it up and I'll show you. Yeah, and it really depends too. A lot of people right after surgery don't lose too much right away, just because your body's healing and it's swollen and like everything, your body is just like so in shock of everything. So, the 9 weeks, some people can lose so I can't really give you an exact amount. I'd say a lot of people in those 9 weeks probably lose like 50 pounds, 40 pounds, depending. It really depends on the person, but I will be weighing. So I'll tell you guys, I'll tell you more about my plan, but I'm going to weigh in the morning of shakes, February 16th. I will get on the scale first thing in the morning, and then I'll continue, because it's a Monday too, which is funny, my weigh-in day. So I will continue to weigh in every Monday as well. So you'll see what I lose in those 3 weeks. And then I'll weigh in the morning before surgery, the day before, because I'll be leaving to go over there. So I'll weigh in that Sunday, and then we'll see what my weigh-in is right before I leave. So the 3 weeks on the shakes, and then we'll see what I weigh after. I wonder how much 80% of your stomach weighs. I don't know. We'll still see. I'm doing the filter because my eye doesn't look as scary in the filter. So what happens if you or anyone having the surgery can't follow the shakes only diet? So the shakes only diet is really, it's to shrink your liver. So it's a safety measure. That's what they're doing it for. So your liver kind of, I guess, sits so say this is your stomach, in your liver kind of sits here and kind of covers it a little bit. So this diet is made to shrink your liver, so it shrinks up, and has more access to your stomach. So they can work on it without worrying about nipping your liver or anything like that. So it's a huge safety concern. That's why you do the shakes. So you don't want to not do the shakes. If you didn't, I think they would probably have to reschedule your surgery. So let's put it this way. We ain't risking that. We're going to do the shakes, okay? You guys will see it. It might be a struggle, but we can do it. Okay, so this one. Are you going to enjoy food for the next week and eat what you love before the shakes? So the plan is right now, I got to get weighed in on Monday, and I don't want to be up. When I was there last time with weigh-in, with my clothes on, I was 359. This morning I was 357. So that's only 3 pounds. So that's about exactly what I was last time I was there on January 12th. So I want to maintain at least. So I have to eat really good for the next 3 days. Like I got to stay in my points for those 3 days because when I get weighed in on Monday, I don't want to be up. Like they're not going to cancel the surgery if I'm up 2 pounds, but I don't want to be up. So I'm being really good like today, Saturday, Sunday, right? I'm not even going to have cake, I don't think, at my nephew's birthday party. But they're making homemade cake. So I don't know. We'll see what it looks like. And I may have like a sliver, but I want to be really good for that. So yeah, so I'm going to do, so today now for supper, we're having French onion chicken. And I'm just having French onion chicken, no side. I still have like 20 points. We got, chicken tenders and wedges from Superstore when we were there. So I just got it from the grocery store. So it wasn't like crazy points, but it was still more points than I wanted to. But supper I knew was going to be light, so I will still be in my points. I will not be going over my points today, which is the plan. Now tomorrow, my nephew's birthday, but his birthday is not till 3. It's 3 to 5. And really like, they just have like finger foods and stuff like that there. So I'm not going to be eating like a meal there. So I'm going to try to keep, like, I'm just going to have something like 0 point for lunch and then allow myself if I want to have that little piece of cake. And then when I go to games night, I'm sure they'll have some snacks, but I'm going to really like make sure that I'm good. And then I'm going to really rein it in. And then Sunday I'm heading over there. And we've already talked about that. We're just going to get something like Swiss Chalet, something that I can track the points and keep everything good. Because this appointment is way more important than food to me. So I need to make sure that I want to at least be the same I was. So we got to either maintain for the next 3 days or we'd like to lose some. I would like to lose some. So let's see. So it says here, are you going to enjoy food for the next week? So Monday's my appointment. When I leave there Monday night, we are going to my favorite restaurant. It is literally one of my favorite restaurants of all time. I love it. And I'm getting the spinach dip to start, which is the best spinach dip I've ever had. And I'm getting the seafood pasta that I got last time I was there. And it is like an Alfredo-y type pesto sauce. And it comes with scallops and shrimp. And so we're going there for supper. And there's like this new gourmet dessert type looking things. I'll share a video of the place. And we are going to stop there because I want to try one of their desserts. So we're going to do that on like Tuesday, maybe before we come home. So I'm not going to go crazy because I don't want to gain 10 pounds or anything like that. Like I don't want to go crazy, but there's a few things that I've decided that I want to have. Like, I think for Valentine's Day, we're going to get Chinese food, which is not crazy. Like I'll still do good for lunch, but my points will be over because of the Chinese food for supper. But really, in all honesty, Chinese food is really the only thing right now that I can think of that I want to have. I am going to make that onion chip dip that I made at Christmas because it was really, really good. So I'm going to make that for my husband and I to have. And I don't know, there's really not that much. Like I'll have that nice meal out. And I know it's really strange, but like, I really don't even care about the food right now. I'm so excited. Like, I'm so excited. I'm not even really like thinking, like, I know there's going to be some stuff because some people really have problems with sugar after surgery for like forever sometimes, right? So some people can't go back to eating candy or treats or sweets and things like that eventually. Like, you know, when like say 2 years after surgery and I go to a birthday, like I might not be able to have a piece of cake or like a small piece of cake because it could like affect me. Some people it does. I don't know. So I don't know what it's going to change. People say your taste buds change and everything. Like people say like everything changes. So, anyways, I'll share a picture of that dessert place, but there's not too many places I'm thinking of that I really want to have. Like I said, Chinese food for sure. I had fajitas, my favorite, the other day. So there's a few things I'll have, like, but nothing too crazy. I'll show you guys what I eat too during that week. I was put on the list for surgery, like for bariatric surgery 3.5 years ago, maybe. And I got the call last March. So, and then we've been doing this. So it's going to be, 3.5 years altogether, so far. But by the time I have surgery, it'll almost be 4 years completely that I waited from the beginning to the end. It's different in the States because you're paying for it. Whereas for me, it's completely free. Like, I have to pay for the shakes that I have to drink, and I have to pay for like my trips over there and stuff like that. But we do also have a program that helps people with like the cost of going over there all the time and stuff like that. So we were really blessed that way. But yeah, so my surgery is completely free. Whereas like I think down in the States, if you were getting the surgery and paying for it yourself, you could get surgery. So I did get this question. They're new to following my page. So it's bariatric surgery. I'd be getting the sleeve, VSG. So that's the surgery that I'm going for. So I did get this question. They're new to following my page. So it's bariatric surgery. I'd be getting the sleeve, VSG. So that's the surgery that I'm going for. So the name of the surgery is VSG, or the sleeve. So what they do is there's going to be 5 incisions on my stomach, and they remove 80% of my stomach. So they kept saying my stomach will be the size of like a pen. And then some people say it's like the size of a banana. So I don't know. I think it's probably smaller than a banana, but we shall see. But what they do is they move 80% of your stomach, and they remove that, like, it's GHERLIN, Ghrelin or something like that. It's the hunger hormone, like, that makes you hungry. So they remove all of that from your stomach. So for the first 6 months to a year, you don't have like that hunger. You don't really want food. You don't have that. It's almost like a GLP-1, basically, like that way, and that feeling with the hunger. But it's a lot different. So the difference is when you get the full gastric bypass surgery, they take, and it's like RNY, I believe, they actually like switch your, they don't remove your stomach. What they do is they move your intestines around, like they move your intestine to attach to your stomach, like in a different area, so that you just have a small little pouch for your stomach, instead of, whereas mine is going to be like a little longer. They don't touch my intestines. So the only thing that they're really doing anything with me is they're removing 80% of my stomach. Whereas with the other surgery, they actually don't remove your stomach. They put your intestine into a different area. I don't know. I've never researched that one because I knew I was getting the sleeve. So I just know about mine, but pretty sure that everything is like, I don't really think it changes too much of stuff, but so the difference is when you get the full gastric bypass surgery, they take, and it's like RNY, I believe, they actually like switch your, they don't remove your stomach. What they do is they move your intestines around, like they move your intestine to attach to your stomach, like in a different area, so that you just have a small little pouch for your stomach, instead of, whereas mine is going to be like a little longer. They don't touch my intestines. So the only thing that they're really doing anything with me is they're removing 80% of my stomach. Whereas with the other surgery, they actually don't remove your stomach. They put your intestine into a different area. I don't know. I've never researched that one because I knew I was getting the sleeve. So I just know about mine, but pretty sure that everything is like, I don't really think it changes too much of stuff, but so the difference is when you get the full gastric bypass surgery, they take, and it's like RNY, I believe, they actually like switch your, they don't remove your stomach. What they do is they move your intestines around, like they move your intestine to attach to your stomach, like in a different area, so that you just have a small little pouch for your stomach, instead of, whereas mine is going to be like a little longer. They don't touch my intestines. So the only thing that they're really doing anything with me is they're removing 80% of my stomach. Whereas with the other surgery, they actually don't remove your stomach. They put your intestine into a different area. I don't know. I've never researched that one because I knew I was getting the sleeve. So I just know about mine, but pretty sure that everything is like, I don't really think it changes too much of stuff, but okay, so that's all the questions part that I got. There was a couple that were like double questions, like the same question. So, but I'm going to share you some of the messages that I did get from people, like the support messages. So I'm going to share them too in the slide here. And I'm going to share a video that explains kind of like, it's just a little reel that explains to you kind of about the sleeve surgery. So you can see it yourself, kind of how it works. Because I'm just hard at explaining that. I just can't find the words to explain everything like technically. So I don't want to like give information that's wrong. But I'm going to share everything with you guys. I'm going to share all of it. Adam's going to be with me. He's going to share. I told him that he has to, I'm going to show him how to send you guys a message on here showing that I went into surgery, and then he will send one when I come out, letting you know everything was okay and everything's going to be great. But yeah, I'm going to go rest my eye. I've been talking a lot.